Hello, good afternoon. Give me a bit. I usually wait for at least two people to join my live before I start. In the meantime, I usually upload these videos to YouTube. And also in the meantime, and then I also put a clip of the video, whatever the video is about. I put a clip of the video in my my stories. And my YouTube is called God's Way 1019. And that is, I usually put a link on there as well. But at this point, all you really have to do is just Google God's Way 1019. All my videos are up there. So for people who don't catch my live, so they can catch my videos as well. For a minute, it usually takes under a minute for somebody else to come into the live. So just give it a bit before I start. Even though people don't. Now, another thing is, if you get kicked out of my live, I only have two hands. One hand's holding the phone, one hand's right here. I'm not the one kicking people out of the live. So, but my phone is hacked. My laptops are hacked. All my stuff is hacked. I want to talk about some things today. So every day I kind of talk about a different facet of what I've been going through being gang stalked in Toronto. I think the concept of being gang stalked in Toronto is nothing new. I think it's something that a lot of people have gone through silently. A lot of families are going through or have gone through this bullying. Whether it's because you came into contact with somebody that was being gang stalked and then you had people start showing up, people start bullying you, people start forcing you, or whether it's because you're already involved in something that you may or may not control. I can't say the statistics of how many people are involved with these people that voluntarily want to be involved with them, or people that I don't think the percentage of people who are volunteering to be in this type of lifestyle is very high. I don't. I think there are people who have accepted their fate and they're surviving in a situation where they feel like they're at a disadvantage. You're one human being or one family, I should say, and there's a lot of them, and they're hacking all your stuff, and you feel like they're in your bank accounts, and they know where you live, and they know all your friends, and they're just infiltrating your networks. And I think most people, if not all, I could say beside myself, because I don't know anybody else that has stood up to them, they just decide that this is their fate and they're moving on with it. So let's talk about my situation. Now, today, the title of my video my live is Amatul Waheed, the Wealth Destroyer. So everybody knows that I've had my store for a while. I've worked extremely hard. This is not a private thing. This is a public thing. People know my business. My business has been around for a very long time. My business is not a business where anybody has made me who I am. I've had to struggle and I've had to work hard. I've had to wake up every day and literally pound the pavement to make sales. I've had to bring up my engagement. I've had to deal with Instagram changing the algorithms. I've had to deal with everything that you could think of when you are running an online platform. I find myself in Vaughan Mills Mall. All of a sudden, here comes these people circling me, trying to get me to join their little crooked gang. And because I don't want to join it, because I don't want to be a drug mule, because I don't want to frequent Cali, Colombia, all of a sudden, they want to throw a sledgehammer in my business and in my life. All of my networks, everybody that I've tried to network with in the city, everybody that I've tried to build relationships with, they get in these people's ears. They talk about me. They slander me to these people. All of a sudden, people have issues with me. And I don't know what the issue is. People are just being rude to me out of nowhere. We're agreeing to work together. We may even have contracts signed. And last minute, they're hitting me up talking about, oh, sorry, we can't work with you anymore, or I'm not going to be coming to the city anymore, or this or that. Like, it's like clockwork. It's been over and over and over. So when they're really sick of you, Now they try to put you, so now they've disabled your business and your ability to make an income, because I very much believe they bribed the lady, the leasing lady. They either bribed her or threatened her, one of the two. And I'm leaning towards threatened her a bit, because things what started going crazy in her life. She went away, came back, and then got the word that I'm not going to be in the unit anymore, despite us doing amazing and being one of the strongest stores there. We had stronger sales than the established dress stores in the mall. But anyway, it is what it is. Now that they've weakened your business, now we closed 3 locations in 1 year. Vaughan Mills closed in February, Oakville closed in March. They thought we were done. We ended up opening a new location in May. I got the lease in April. And we opened up a new location in May. They started with the nonsense again. So, we are now in the process of closing our last location. What sounds like a success to them sounds like a lawsuit to me. It sounds like a criminal situation. Now, God's been answering prayers all year. Actually, God's been answering my prayers all my life. All my life. All my life. I'm not like, most people that have like a fluctuating belief in God, that come to God when they need things, that have transactional relationship. This is not how it works for me. I have a disciplined, regimented relationship with God that is outside of telling that to people, that's outside of proving that to anyone, that's outside of all of the above. It is very disciplined, and it takes up a lot of time in my day. It is very serious. So God doesn't need to make me wait to answer prayers. 20 minutes, I get what I pray for. 3 minutes, I get what I pray for. I might be in the middle of my prayer and the phone rings with what I'm praying for. That's how it goes for me. So when I say everybody that played in my face in the last 3 years, your name is coming up in court, and or karma's already at your door. I don't care. You should have never done it. So let's talk about Amatul. This is Amatul right here. Amatul Waheed. This is her card. This is what she looks like. Amatul Waheed, real estate broker in Vaughan. Let's talk about it. So I'm going to open up the file. She's special to me. She's special to me. Amatul. See, I want you guys to get a close-up of her face. She's special to me. Amatul. Amatul's going to get special treatment from God. Amatul has been doing people dirty with their real estate dealings for years. Amatul is the broker of record. And do you know why I like brokers of record? Because you can't quit and you can't run. You gotta stay. You gotta sit down. This is her business card right here. It is Amatul. Amatul, who sat up in my face so God could see her with both eyes. Amatul. When you go to Amatul's reviews on Google, the stories people are telling, the reviews are saying she is a thief and a criminal. Somebody put an offer on a house and the house did not close. She made us put an offer on a house and we lost our deposit. Now, do you know how I know about the wealth destroyers? Because Daisy Porras, the rumored prostitute, she goes by Daisy the Consultant on Instagram. She came to love bomb me and be friends with me very early in the game. Very early. Right around the first time they started trying to follow me around to see where I live, Daisy Porras showed up on my door. And Daisy Porras moonlights as a broker. Moonlights as an agent who sells houses. And Daisy found herself in a situation where she tried to help people buy a house and then they also lost their deposit. And then she was panicking as the other broker was freaking out and those people started wanting to lawyer up. So that was the first time I saw their tactics on how they try to strip money out of people's pockets and make people broke. That's what they do. Amatul came, and Amatul wanted me to list a house that was 2.5 million. Let me see what listing price we have here. Grossly, I'm not going to go in all the details. It'll come out in court. But we're talking about at least 500,000 below asking. So I wake up, and this is the first day we signed the agreement. And she's like, as long as you list it at what we want you to list it at, and you sell it in the way we want you to sell it, we guarantee your house will sell. Never met a broker that could do that. But at the time, you know, you're having issues with your business, you're having issues with your life in general. And the issues of gang stalking are something that people can see on my YouTube videos. So you're like, listen, let me just sell this house. So I wake up the next day and I'm like, no, I can't list the house like this. This is ridiculous. So I call Amatul. Amatul does not want to agree to change the price. And she's talking like reckless. So she's like, well, I don't have to do it because I have a signed agreement by you anyway. Now she's starting to talk real aggressive. The lady who sat in my house was forcing out crocodile tears talking about God has been so good to me the day before. Now we're having screaming matches on the phone literally the next day. Screaming matches on the phone because she doesn't want to change the price. So I'm at the office. I'm over at her office, which is right outside. Hell, I'll go ahead and give the address to the office while we're here. Where is it? 9100 Jane Street, Unit 111, Building L. This is the complex right in front of Vaughan Mills Mall. From the time you walk in, the receptionist, it's not attitude, it's hate. The way they're looking at you, they're cutting eyes at you, they're kissing their teeth, they're cutting you off. They don't want to change the price on the listing. I'm screaming with Amatul at the top of my lungs outside, threatening this lady that I'm going to call news reporters on her. And I have the right to change the price of my listing. And this lady is holding me to it. She wants to get a contract 6 months out so she could play on my listing. I literally, when I would text this lady and tell her, Amatul, I'm having a really bad feeling about this agreement, this lady was just replying to me, LOL. LOL. Then comes the fictitious buyer. We have a buyer who wants to buy your home for cash, and the buyer gives an offer for $150,000 below asking. I said, and they want to buy all my furniture and all the contents in the house as well. That's how badly they want me to lose everything. They want to manufacture the results. So I'm like, listen, my stuff is not for sale, period. That is never going to happen. Now she's like, well, you better call me and talk about it. You better call me right now. And if you don't call me, then I'm going to refuse the offer. You can't refuse an offer on my behalf. Are you crazy? This is how they talk to people. Real aggressive. Now, Amatul already smells that there's blood in the water. So her instincts are telling her she's made a bad move when it comes to me. She could feel that this is not how it normally goes. She could feel that. Because the way I'm already treating her and the way I'm already dealing with her, it's a bad move. She's supposed to be protecting herself and she's not. So Amatul right now is a little dyslexic. 1 minute, she's like, yeah, I understand what you're saying. And the next minute, it's super aggressive, almost as if she's possessed by something. 1 minute, she understands that the way she's talking and what she's doing is unethical. And the other minute, she's in full-on bully mode. When people behave like that, to me, it's one of two things. You're either possessed or mentally unstable, or you're between a rock and a hard place. You don't want to be a part of this deal, but maybe something or someone is holding your hands to the fire. It's one or the other, because that's how she's behaving now. So when I start questioning her and I say, listen, put the offer in writing or send the offer by email. Oh, no. He just wants to know, the buyer just wants to know if you're even open to the offer before he puts it in writing. He doesn't want to waste his time. By the way, the buyer has no agent. So their whole thing is they want to convince me that excuse me, because the buyer has no agent, I'm going to save on the fees of the agent on the other side. But they want it to sell at a way lower value. That's what they want. No problem. I'm refusing the offer. I don't care. I'm ignoring this lady at this point. She's blowing up my phone. She's blowing up my text messages. She's demanding and she's texting all of this stuff. That's to show you how people treat you, or how people behave when they really feel like you don't have any power and there's nothing you can do anyway. They're brazen about it. They don't care about a paper trail. So I'm there screenshotting text messages and all. Amatul, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and I'm unlisting my house. I'm gonna need to break this contract. Oh, I'm not getting out of it unless you pay me the cost of the stager. And the stager is $5,000. They make up some invoice and they send it to me. My furniture is the furniture in the house that's been staged. They brought a couple vases to put on the counters and a couple picture frames. It's my furniture. My house is beautiful and my furniture is beautiful. Period. So this doesn't work because I'm not paying this crook a dime. I put a report. I put a Google review with a screenshot of the conversations, and I describe her just as she is. A criminal and a thief. Unethical. She responds to the Google review with her bright self, as if the same way she texts is how she's responding to the Google review. Perfect. People can see your behavior, so-called broker of record. Then I make a report to the real estate board. She's still puffing out her chest all up until now. She's still puffing out her chest. No problem. So, my email's hacked. The phone's hacked. They're looking at it. The real estate board sends a response to the review, not to the review, to the complaint. The response came, let's say the response came at 9:05. 9:07, I get an email from Amatul, from her brokerage. Oh, Amatul is willing to cancel your listing and you don't have to pay anything as long as you remove the Google review. And we want to get it done today, please. Friday, we want to really get it done immediately. Okay. So we sign a discharge. And in the discharge, she sneaks in. And I have the right to tell the real estate board that the agreement is null and void. Wow. Why would you need to do that? I've had so many real estate dealings, but why would you need to tell the real estate board that we're no longer dealing together? The real estate board is still gonna know about you. They still gonna know about all of this. I'm biding time with people. I'm taking my time with them. You see the crap that they do with you people? They can't do it to me. They can't. They can play in you people's face. They could play with your money. They could play with your family. They could bully you, but they can't bully me. They can't. Bad things happen to people that follow me. Bad things happen to people that gang stalk me. That's why people don't want to do it anymore. And people don't like looking me in my eye, and I wonder why. I love people looking me in my eye. If you're going to be a gang stalker, do it with your chest. Look me in my eyes and laugh. Don't be looking at the floor. Don't be refusing for me to see your face. Don't be turning your head. Look me in my eye. Because you're bad, right? Right? Because y'all are bullies, right? You want to come love bomb me and be my friend? You want to play with yourself? You want to play with your life? You want to play with your children's lives? Sure. Do it. I'm not stopping nobody. Do it. And while you're love bombing me, I will tell you the truth about what you're actually in. You're in a cult. You cannot leave. And half of y'all know that already. You guys have Very tight lines and tight ropes that you have to walk into. And if you don't do the right thing, this is how you guys are. When they tell you to come into the store and to come buy something, you don't want to buy anything and you leave the store without a bag, you guys are running back in the store in 5 seconds like, okay, I'll buy it. Can I at least get $50 off? You guys are in a cult. You're in a cult. And I'm going to dismantle it myself. What you guys do to people is evil. I don't care if it was done to you. Being complicit in this kind of stuff is crazy. When people work hard for the things that they have, and then you guys are coming around doing this nonsense. I get a new broker getting on the same bullshit, same tactics. They come, they want to stage your house, and then they start threatening you. Well, I'm going to cancel a listing. I want $6,000 for the staging. How, Sway? How? Take me to court. How are you going to get $6,000 for the listing? And then as soon as you sign the agreement, they start with the chaotic nonsense. Then they start with the, oh, we found a spider web in the corner of the ceiling. They want to know what we can do about the spider webs in the corner of the ceiling. We can't do nothing. The deal is firm. And if you want to get out of it, we could go to war. We could go to war publicly. And I'm keeping the deposit and all my damages. That's what we could do. You better close it. You better close that deal on time peacefully. You better. I don't know who y'all think y'all playing with. Exactly. Now, when you start going on live to talk about what's going on, your realtor, because they don't have anybody else that's supposed to have your phone number or supposed to talk to you, because I don't talk to anybody. I don't talk to anybody, and that's for you people's safety. That's for your fucking safety. I don't talk to anyone. Now, all of a sudden, your realtor is messaging you at midnight because you're on live. And the chief handler, John Ferreira, is at home shitting bricks because everybody's going to know. We're December 31st. Happy New Year's. It's going to get crazy for 2024. Everybody that came around, everybody that played games with me, y'all gonna have to pay for that one way or the other. And you have one choice. You want to get out of my way? You can be a witness in court. You can make a statement. You could talk about your abuse and your part in the situation. You could cut a deal. Other than that, you could go that way too. You want to stand with John Ferreira? You could go that way too. Ask about his condition. Ask about how he's doing. He's not okay. He's not. They're suffering in silence. People are bankrupt or on the brink of. All the houses, all the neighbors in my community that wanted to come up and join up against me and harass me and make me feel uncomfortable in my home. Uncomfortable in the group chat, the neighborhood group chat. My neighbor and his wife. All of those people that were slandering me and gossiping about me and didn't know me, telling people I sell drugs and that's how I can afford what I have. And it hasn't been able to be proven one day. Now everybody wants to sell their house. Now all the houses are uncomfortable to live in. Now weird things keep happening in the neighborhood. They shook hands with gang stalkers and now gang stalkers are just driving up and down in the neighborhood all hours. Lowlifes. These are multi-million-dollar homes, and there's people driving around in rickety cars, driving around people's homes, intimidating them. Now, neighbors have to click up together and drive in front of, and stop people in front of their cars and ask, do you live in this neighborhood? And if you don't, get out or I'm going to call the police. Wow. But those are your friends. Those are your friends. What do you mean? Call the police on who? Your friends? You guys worked with them. And what people don't understand is as soon as you shake hands with those people, you are part of those people. You think you need a formal invitation? You're an accessory to a crime. You're a co-conspirator. Because you're a lookout now. You're someone who's looking out. Go check on what that girl's doing. Go see where she's going. Go talk to her. Go ask her for something. I don't care who came to you. If it looked like your friend, your family, your cousin came to you and asked you to do something like that, your peanut brain should have asked you, why are you doing something like that? Why are you invading someone's privacy like that? Why are you following people like that? And that's what they have people do. One person comes to your store just one day. One person comes to your home just one day. One person comes around just one day. One person at the bank is looking at your account. One person here. So they don't have multiple people or the same people doing everything. They just have one here, there, 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 there. That's all they do to try to limit the witnesses. But there are people that you guys have put in poverty. There are people that you guys have destroyed. There have people that you guys have put on death's doorstep, if not worse. There are people that you guys put in mental health hospitals. There are people whose homes you've stolen, whose businesses you've toppled, all because they refused an invitation to be a part of your gang. That's blood on your hands. And you guys are going to pay for that. So, there was other things I was going to discuss today. I'm going to keep my best videos short so people can see it. My video is going to be entitled Amatul Waheed, the Wealth Destroyer. I encourage that crackhead to come and say something to me or threaten me in any way, because I've been praying for someone to take me to court. Claims are just claims until they go to court, and now they're in a court document, and now a court document is legal. She's welcome. She's welcome. She has my phone number. She knows where to find me. That's my message for today. I'm going to be having a message every day. So there's a live that somebody can catch at all times. And my YouTube is available for review. Whoever needs to see it and whoever needs to go over whatever I'm saying, my YouTube is always available and I'm always around. You don't need to express sympathies to me in the DM. It won't help me. It won't help you. It won't help anyone. It's fine. Thank you for the sympathies in advance. I don't need it. But 2024, God has opened my hands to give me a lot of time to do what I need to do, and it will be done. It will be done. So, anybody that ever felt like they came and played in my face and I didn't know, somebody not saying something doesn't mean that they don't know that you're full of shit, that they don't know what you tried. I know, and God knows. And, there's this thing where people say God is watching or God sees, and they think that's the ticket that says they got away with it, but not with me. As we can see, the gang is falling apart because it's a gang. It is a gang. This is criminal activity. Y'all better close my house, is what I'm saying. Actually, close it, don't close it, doesn't matter. I'm keeping the deposit. It is what it is. So, best of luck and best on the strategy. And I swear to God, I will see you people in court. Have a great day. Happy New Year's to everybody.